Okay, so electric field due to what is the final conclusion? E field due to infinite line with the charge density rho L. Just now we have found out that electric field is equal to rho L 2 pi epsilon naught r square, where r is a perpendicular distance from the line, and a rho cap are better. Instead of r, sometime you can use rho also, because in a cylindrical coordinate system, rho is always measured from the z axis. Okay, perpendicular distance. Rho means a perpendicular distance from the z axis. That is actually the radius of the cylinder. So this is a generalized formula. Electric field due to infinite line having line charge density rho L. Okay, rho L divided by 2 pi epsilon naught rho square into a rho whole square. I think here square will not come. So rho L divided by 2 pi epsilon naught rho. Okay, you can put r or rho. So from this, what is observation? What is observation? If it is a point charge, my E is depending on 1 by r square. That is a radial distance, 1 by r square. But whereas in case of line charge, it is depending on only 1 by r. Can anybody tell me in which case the reduction is more, either in a point case or in a line case? In which case the reduction is more, electric field reduction? Okay, so definitely this will be having more reduction, because the denominator r square comes. So definitely electric field due to point charge decay at much faster rate as compared to the electric field due to line charge. Okay, and finally you should know this difference. Okay, this is 1 by r square and this is 1 by r. Then next we'll go to surface charge density. Then we'll find out what is the electric field due to surface charge density rho s, because from point you can go to line. Once the tracing of the line gives you surface, okay, if charges are available on the surface, then how the electric field is behaving, okay, what will be the direction, everything we have to calculate. Okay, before going to that finding electric field due to surface charges, I will give you some simple exercise for you anyway, that's available in the notes, I think. You take a line like this in a circular manner, you fill up the charges here, okay, then you place the circle, okay, on the xy plane with a reference point as a center point of the circle. That means what? You take a coordinate system like this, okay, you place it here, essentially your circle is lying on xy plane. This is your z axis. Your circle has to lie on xy plate, and again these are all charges. Okay, finally this is a line charge, and then the density of the line density of the charge is rho L. Then you know what is the total charge here. Once the charges are in a line with the charge density rho L, definitely the total charge is equal to 2 pi. Then what is the radius? What is the radius of the radius of this circle? Okay, radius of this circle, and what is rho L? Okay, this is the total charge present in the circle, 2 pi r and rho L. But what I am interested now, I want to find electric field. Okay, where will be my electric field? Okay, so once if I am standing on z axis, what will be my electric field? Or if I am standing in y axis, what will be my electric field? Or standing in y axis or standing in x axis, both are same, because it is a circular nature. So just to find out in which direction the electric field will be there, final electric field, either in the z axis or in the xy plane or somewhere else. Okay, if it is in the z axis, Okay, if it is not in the y-axis, why it is not in the y-axis or not in the xy plane, just come up with the reason on tomorrow. Okay, what you have to do? Finally, you have to find out what is the electric field direction. Okay, due to a charge which is arranged on a circular line, Going to avoid a confusion, we have placed it on the base plane, xy plane. Okay, so you come up with the electric field direction and tomorrow. Okay. Then I have given you one exercise on yesterday. Yesterday I have given you one exercise. You place your charges like this. Then what will be the electric field? Yes, anybody?
Yes, sir.
Applications. What was your answer?
Sir, perpendicular to line.
Can you draw your answers here?
The field lines are like this, sir.
Is it exactly perpendicular in everywhere? In all these places, it is exactly perpendicular, or there was some disturbance at the edges?
No, sir.
It is exactly perpendicular.
Sir, I will share my screen, sir.
Okay. Wait, I have to stop. Yes, you can share now. What about others? Have you tried this? Yes. Yes, Sudarshan, are you sharing?
Yes, sir.
What about others? Have you tried this? You keep it in a landscape mode.
Landscape mode.
Yes, yes. Now, yes. Others. So what is the observation here? Is it exactly perpendicular? Definitely, you will not get exactly perpendicular because he is not able to arrange the points in a line. Exactly, there is some zigzag. Okay. So if you clearly see in the middle, there is definitely some zigzag is there. So you cannot make exact horizontal line. So that's why he's not getting exact horizontal, exactly perpendicular electric field. Anyway, it's almost perpendicular. It's okay. Then, are you able to see that observation on the edges? Yes, Sudarshan. Are you seeing that in the edges there is some fluctuation? It is not exactly perpendicular. Okay, this is the observation of electric field lines due to finite line, because you have formed a finite line. Okay, so for a finite line, see, you see here, for a finite line, the electric field is perpendicular, and once if you go towards your line, it is decreasing. Okay, and there are some disturbances. So you tomorrow come up with a solution for this. Once if you take a finite line, say the length of h, some h, how is your electric field? Okay, electric field, the mathematical electric field, how it is that? Then whether it is satisfying with this one. Okay, whether your mathematical equation is satisfying with the diagram. Okay, others please try to do that. Okay, today we have solved the electric field for infinite line. So tomorrow you come up with the electric field due to finite line. Okay, in those cases, whether it is exactly perpendicular. So what I am asking you, you take some line like this, finite line, some finite line like this, like height is h. So height you can choose like this, h by 2, minus h by 2, minus h by 2, symmetrically on the z axis. That's okay. And then you proceed with the same procedure. Only the limit instead of minus infinity to plus infinity, the limit will be minus h by 2 to plus h by 2. Then you calculate the electric field at a random point. Okay, you calculate the electric field at random point. You please come up with a solution. Definitely you will have some new solution. Okay, whether it depends on theta. Say this is my theta. Okay, say this is my theta. That means how much angle I am from the baseline. Okay, the line charge density. If theta is equal to 0, what happens? If theta is equal to 90 degree, what happens to electric field? How the electric field varies? If I am standing here, definitely if it is a finite line, if you are standing here, your angle is 90 degree. If you are standing here, your angle is different. If you are standing here, your angle is 0. Similarly, in this way also, if I am standing here, my angle is different. If I am standing here, different. If I am standing here, that is 0 because it is a finite line. In previous case, this type of confusion is not there. You stand anywhere on the line. Okay, there is no problem. You can directly measure the perpendicular distance because that is an infinite line. That is a infinite line. Now it is a finite line. So for a finite line, you calculate the electric field. Okay, mathematical equation will come. Anyway, that's available in all standard textbook. What I'm asking you, when angle is exactly 90 degree, when you are exactly perpendicular, when you are standing, that means what? You are standing exactly here. Once you stand here, your angle is 90 degree. Then what is your electric field? Whether you are getting a maximum electric field or minimum electric field. Okay, then you go in this way or you go in this way. Then you measure what is the electric field. Either the electric field is increasing or decreasing. Okay, so you just come up with the mathematical answer and also a diagram, simulation diagram. Okay. Okay, now, and one more exercise also I given you due to circular line. Okay, once charge is arranged in a circular line, further also you just find out what is the answer of the electric field and what is the direction of the electric field. Okay, now I will go to surface charges. Electric field, I will try to find out electric field due to surface charge density. Say I am having some surface. Okay, I am having some surface. The charges are present inside the surface. Please assume the surface is like a horizontal plane. The whatever the surface that I am drawing is horizontal, is making horizontal to the horizontal plane, base axis. Okay, it is parallel to the base axis. What is a base plane for our discussion? Generally for our discussion, what is a base plane? XY plane. Generally for our discussion, what is the base plane? XY plane. Okay, so please assume that this plane, this infinite plane is available at the XY plane, available at the XY plane. That is like a base plane. Okay, then what is the surface charge density? What is the surface charge density? The surface charge density is rho s, coulomb per meter square. Okay, coulomb per meter square. That is a unit, surface charge density. Again, what is the surface area? Infinite surface. I am assuming that like an infinite surface. Infinite surface means what, sir? My x is going from minus infinity to plus infinity. My y is going from minus infinity to plus infinity. That is the idea. Okay. What is the surface charge density on the xy plane? X can go from minus infinity to plus infinity. Y can go from minus infinity to plus infinity. Okay, infinite surface. Okay, but charges on the surface is having charge density of rho s coulomb per meter square. Then what is the total charge here? Definitely, as the surface is infinite, total charge also infinite. That's why we will not calculate what is total charge. We will be having only surface charge density, rho s coulomb per meter square. Now my idea is, I am standing here just above the surface. Say for example, at a height of 1 meter, I am standing here. Okay, so what is my electric field? Okay, I am standing here. What is my electric field? I am standing exactly above the plane in a 1 meter distance. Again, with the intuitive analysis, you can extend that electric field concept that we have derived for line charge density. I will have electric field due to many charges. Say, for example, if my electric field is due to this charge, it will be like this. If due to this charge, this will be like this. Finally, my electric field direction will be in this direction only, exactly perpendicular. Okay, remaining all the components cancel out automatically. Okay, Actually, the components will be coming out in a rotational manner. You will get many components. See, I will draw it clearly. Wait a bit. See, if I am choosing one point here, I can get the component from here or from here or from here, like this or like this, like this, like this. And not only this, I can draw a smaller circle. From this also, I will get the component. Finally, if you resolve all these things, definitely your electric field will be in a Z direction only. In which direction finally your electric field will be? In this case, definitely in Z direction. Okay. So that's okay. But what is the electric field value? Now I have just found out what is the electric field direction. It is in a Z direction. That's okay. Wherever I choose a point on the surface, because it is an infinite surface, wherever I choose a point, definitely my electric field will be in a Z direction. Okay, Z direction, upward direction. Now my next question is, okay, then what is the, now I know the direction is like this only. Okay, if it is a 1 meter, what is my actual electric field? Or otherwise, please, you imagine, if I go just below this plane and I'm standing here, then what is the electric field? Okay, and again, here now my electric field will be in the opposite direction actually, because this is in minus Z cap direction, because this was infinite surface will be producing the electric field above the plane and also below the plane, because it is symmetry. It is symmetry with respect to above and below. So that's why it will produce the electric field in both the direction. And again, please note down, these electric field are in opposite direction, but they are anyway equal. Okay, because this is also 1 meter. This is also 1 meter. Definitely the magnitude has to be equal. Okay, so what is actually happening? Your surface is giving you some electric field in the upward direction. Okay, and also some electric field in the bottom direction. Okay, your total electric field is split out into two components. Okay, your total electric field is split out into two components, but the two equally. Okay, so what will happen? What will happen once if you have a surface like this? That what is our base formula? If it is a point charge, first we'll come with from the point charge. Once if it is a point charge, then Q is electric field is equal to 4 pi epsilon naught R square. Then I am giving now I am giving you some kind of shortcut. Okay, this is not a regular procedure. Okay, now if I take that R square upward, Q divided by R square, 4 pi epsilon naught. Okay, now I know what is Q divided by R square. Some charge divided by area. R square means what, sir? Area. R is some distance. Let it be anything. So area. So charge divided by area is always what, sir? Surface charge density. Charge divided by area you can consider as surface charge density. Now I am having 4 pi epsilon naught this value and all. Okay, 4 pi epsilon naught. Okay, then anyway that epsilon naught comes as it is. Okay, epsilon naught comes as it is. Okay, and now whether I have to put this 4 pi or not, that I have to consider. Okay, in case of point I was putting 4 pi. Okay, then in case of line I was putting 2 pi. Here what I have to put? Anybody, any guess? I have to put only 2 only. Why? Because why only 2? Because my electric field is divided into 2 only. Because my total electric field can go in this direction or in this direction. Whatever the electric field that is produced by this plane has to go in only above or below. Okay, whatever the electric field that I am having, it's split out into 2 components only. So 2 components. So that's why by 2. That means what? Half of the electric field will be going upward. Remaining half of the electric field will be going downwards. That's why in the final answer, instead of anything else, what you have to put? You have to put electric field is equal to rho s divided by 2 epsilon. Rho s divided by 2 epsilon. And please note down here, your electric field is independent of distance. Finally, what we are getting? My electric field is independent of distance. What is the meaning of that? If this is the surface charge density, you stand here or here, your electric field will not change. They are exactly equal. Okay. What is the meaning? This is your surface charge density. You stand at 1 meter height or you stand at 100 meter height. You stand at 100 meter height. What will not change? Your electric field will not change. Okay, even if you go at infinite distance, your electric field will not change. That is the meaning of this formula. The electric field is rho s divided by 2 epsilon naught, that is independent of distance. That is independent of distance. Okay, now I will compare all these three equations. This is something strange because so far we have been telling the electric field depends on distance, but finally here the conclusion is electric field is independent of distance in this case. Okay, it looks something strange. That anyway, we'll come to that why it is behaving in this way. First, we will compare all these three formula. Okay, all these three formula. Due to point charge, my electric field was Q divided by 4 pi epsilon naught R square. Then due to line charge, my electric field is Q divided by 4 pi epsilon, sorry, due to line charge, my electric field is rho L divided by 2 pi A. A is meant some perpendicular distance. Next, due to surface charge, my electric field is independent of dimension. Rho L divided by 2 epsilon naught. Okay, please note down these formulas clearly. This is the electric field due to point, line, and
Rho s.
yes, rho s. Rho s divided by 2 epsilon. Okay. Then once if you know the electric field, you can calculate what's our electric flux density. I will quickly write that also. So what is the electric field, electric flux density? D is Q divided by 4 pi R square, because that epsilon is observed here. Due to line charge, what is the electric flux density? Due to line charge, rho L divided by 2 pi A. Due to surface charge, what is electric flux density? Rho s divided by 2. Are you getting this idea, sir? I have clearly told already the electric flux density is independent of the medium properties. Here that epsilon naught is giving you the medium properties. Okay, here in this case we are assuming air medium. You can take any medium and can be substituted as epsilon. Okay, but we are using epsilon naught. Just we are considering all our air medium. So this is the electric flux density in all the three cases. Okay, all the three cases. Then what is the final conclusion here? You take point charge, electric field is 1 by R square. Okay, you take line, electric field is 1 by R. You take surface, electric field is independent of distance, independent of R. Okay, that is the conclusion. So it was 1 by R square, 1 by R, then R itself got removed. Okay, then how to get some kind of intuitive understanding here? Why in case of surface it is not independent of, it is not depending on R. Why it is not depending on R? In previous case it was here. See in which one is the reduction is very more. Here the reduction is very more. As you go away, your electric field drastically will reduce because your R is in R square, that in a denominator. Okay, here 1 by R. Okay, as compared to this, there will not be much degradation, but degradation here also degradation will be there, but a slow manner. Okay, but in case of here it is independent. So how can I compare all these things? Okay, just for comparison I am putting here. Say for example, this is distance measured from your source. Again, it differs in all the cases. Okay, for a point charge you have to measure it from the center point. For a line charge, only perpendicular distance has to be measured, and again in surface case it is independent of distance. Okay, now what's happening? Say I take a line, say this is my, when I am near to the charge, this is like a point charge, this is drastically reduces. This is like due to electric field due to line charge. Just for comparison I am putting here. Okay, this is like due to point charge. Again you can denote here, this one denote what's our point charge, that color. Okay, that color is for point charge. Next, due to line charge, how it is, it's reducing but not at this rate. Slowly it is reducing. Okay, slowly it is reducing. Okay, that is for what, sir? That is for line charge. Then what they are telling finally, for surface charge, it is not at all reducing. You go anywhere, your electric field remains same. You go anywhere, your electric field remains same. Okay, that is the idea here. That is the comparison of electric field with all the three cases. Okay, this is due to surface. Okay, this is due to point. Please note down this in your notes. It's very important observation. Okay, this is due to line. Are you all getting this concept, sir? Anyone? Everyone?
Yes, sir.
Yes. What is how the electric field is changing? Okay, as you go away from the source, how the electric field is changing. Okay. Now I will give you simple idea. Why in case of point, it is fastly reducing. In case of line, it's slowly reducing. In case of surface, it is not at all reducing. Okay. First, you take a point here. This is your point, and you take line here. You take line. First, we'll compare this. Okay. So you are here. Okay. Suppose first case you are here, then you went to here. Definitely your electric flux density will reduce, because the only source that will be giving you the electric field is only this line, because all these lines will be going somewhere else. They will be definitely going somewhere else. Say, in this way you are going, definitely you are getting field lines from this line only. As you go away, and then you will get from this line only. But whereas in case of line, okay, if I am standing here, okay, if I'm standing here, definitely I will get a flux lines from this, maximum flux lines from this point charge, okay, from this point charge, and some amount of flux lines from this also. This also will give you some vertical component, no? See, whenever electric field is there, it will give you some vertical component like this. So what I'm telling, whenever you are close to line, anyway, this charge will give you maximum electric field, and the charges that are nearby, they will also give you some electric field, because that will also have some electric field, and again that component will be available in this direction. See, this is some charge. Definitely it will give you some vector like this. Definitely some of the component will be there due to this. Okay, so what I am telling, whenever you are nearby, again these charges, whenever you are nearby, definitely that central charge will give you maximum electric field. The nearby charges also will be giving you some kind of charges. Okay, as you go away, what happens actually, here also you are getting from central charge, but you have gone to longer distance. Okay, definitely that electric field strength will reduce. But what happens on the other end, you will get a supporting electric field from many charges, because your weaving angle has increased. Okay, what happens as you go further away, you are getting more weaving angle. There is more contribution. That's why it is not reducing at a rate of R square, but it is reducing at the rate of 1 by R. What is happening? As you go far away, the more sources are giving you the electric field. That's why it is not reducing at a faster rate. It is reducing at some rate that is 1 by R. This is the idea. Okay, in this case, this is simply 1 by R square, because as you go away, only this component is giving you the electric field. That's why the reduction is more. Here also, as you go away, the more component is giving you the electric field, more charges are contributing to you. That's why your reduction is little bit lesser. That is 1 by R. Then in case of surface, what is happening? In case of surface, see, in case of surface, whenever you are near to surface, say these charges are giving you, these surface charges are giving you the electric field. When you go away, the contribution comes in terms of surface, not in terms of line. It comes in terms of surface. Again, more charges are contributing. When you go further away, more area is contributing for you. Okay, that's why what's happening, as you go away, the contribution comes from the surface, not from the line. Okay, previously in case of line, it was 1 by R. Now the contribution is coming in a way of surface, that's why that R itself cancel. It is independent of R. It is independent of R. That's why in case of surface, the electric field is independent of distance. As you go far away, more surfaces are contributing. You are going far away, that's okay, but more charges are giving the electric field. That's why it is independent of distance. You go infinite distance, again infinite charges will be contributing to you. So again there will be some electric field that is independent of distance. That is independent of distance. Yes, sir. Have you understood little bit? Finally, I gave you some simple idea. Okay, why it is 1 by R square? Why it is 1 by R? Why it is independent of R? Anyway, if you know the mathematics, that itself enough for exam point of view. Again, to get some intuitive idea, not to make a confusion. Okay, I am explaining this. Okay. Yes. With this, I will stop the today's session. Okay.
Okay, sir.
Recording can be stopped. Yes.
Okay,
Yes.
sir.
Then the discussion is